going on, fam? This is Manny, founder of For Real Recovery, artist, filmmaker, recovery advocate. I'm here at my house today in my living room. I wanted to share a few thoughts, a little bit on the holidays as well. You know, this time of year is particularly difficult, for some people. A lot of folks are going through struggles of their own, whether it be depression, substance abuse, the loss of a loved one. I have my own struggles in this time of year. For a long time, it was either I was in active addiction or I was behind an institution, behind a fence. And, even after some time, I still have trouble dealing with it. Thank God for, recovery and my art. Those two components have been instrumental in somewhat of my healing to get to where I'm at today. One of the things I also like to do at this time of the year is, do a little bit of reflection. Obviously, looking back is a big part to truly understand the process of where I was at and where God has taken me to. And also, to set a platform for what I want to do in 2018. Today I can embrace a challenge and not run from it, which is, something of a change for me. The other thing I like to do this time of year, it's paint. I guess because of the healing that it has, but sometimes it's difficult, even for a seasoned artist like me. I have to push. I don't feel like painting a lot lately. It's easier for me to just kick back, in the sofa or go watch a movie or, do whatever, than it is to come here and look at the sad reality of what I've been through. And, it's like peeling an onion, it's layer after layer, because first in my art, I have to go to the darkness, just so I can keep things vivid. January 16th of 2012, it's my clean anniversary date. That'll be 6 years through God's grace and 12-step fellowship and some great people and men that God placed in my life. Since then, I've been able to live out some dreams, and year after year, I do a memorable piece to remind me, how that year has been, what has been influential to me this year has been one word in particular, often used. I don't really understand if most people understand the meaning of it, but it's the word hope. All kinds of things have come from that word. In this year alone, Hope Dealers, Art for Hope Tour, y'all know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of that word in a lot of the 12-step fellowship literature. And what I would like to say right now is, I don't care if you're in recovery or not. Like I said, this time of year is not just for us, folks who happen to have a substance abuse disorder. There's a lot of other stuff going on in our community right now. But if you're struggling, man, whatever it is, it might be finances, it might be relationships, it might be one of the most important things that I've tried to work on in my own journey, and that's finding purpose. I challenge you, to really do some research on, this word, hope. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. A little bit over 6 years ago, you know, one word that stood out in my life was believe. I did this drawing while I was in detox. At that point in my life, I literally had nothing. Nothing. I didn't have a valid ID, no car, you name it. All I had was this thing inside of me, man, that made me just possibly, there's a chance, you know, that I could believe that there was something greater out there in the universe for me. And, you know, I did this drawing on a piece of paper with coloring pencils. And little what I know that, you know, God was preparing me for something bigger and greater. Obviously, in those moments of our life, we can't see the bigger picture. But the bigger picture became, you know, revealed to me later when an owner of a facility asked me to do him a mural. And I gave him some images so he can get some ideas and for him to pick. And he went on to actually pick the image that said believed. This year I'm working with the word hope. You know, I think my team and I worked hard at that. Some of my brothers and sisters out there, man, you know, we went on an Art for Hope tour this year, where we traveled through a few states and cities with some of my artwork and, you know, sharing our stories. And, you know, 2 of my paintings, which were, you know, also a big part of the Fed Up rally this year in Washington, D.C. You know, never in my wildest dreams when I start a project or a drawing do I know where it's going to take me. My girlfriend has a magic ball. I don't. You know, I do these paintings for the sole and only reason is to get out of my head, to quiet my mind, to be still. In that process, something else happens, something takes over. I can't explain it, but it happens. And, you know, lo and behold, usually whatever it is that takes over has a bigger plan than what I do. You know, my initial starting point of a painting to its completion, completely different. And I think recovery from whatever it is, it's a lot the same. You know, I do firmly believe that this word, you know, ties itself into anything that I do in my life today, whether it be drawing, painting, trying to help another individual, addict, young kid, doing an event, whatever the case. You know, the word hope is there, man. Believe and faith are, you know, close friends of hope. And I try to hang out with them too. You know, to close this, I just wanted to wish everybody a happy holiday. You know, hang on. It's going to get better. You know, right now, it's like the last 5 push-ups in a set of 50. First 45 don't count. We done that. That's been, you know, these last 11 months. These last 5, these next couple of weeks and the rest of the year that, you know, we're pushing hard, man, to get to the end of this year so we can have a brand new start. But, you know, you also don't have to wait till the New Year's. You can start right now. I really mean that. Stop procrastinating. I can teach a course on that too, by the way. But, you know, today I don't really feel like drawing. But as soon as I finish this video, I'm gonna get on this. You know, I'm at a block right now with what direction I want to go. A lot of things are happening in my life, good things actually, but I need to come here and be still for a little bit. Let God talk to me. Understand that, you know, throughout this whole process, especially this, He's the director. You know, with all the documentaries I produced, I think that sometimes I got control of things and I really don't. But I want to tell everybody, man, thank you for the support this year. I love you, each and every one of you all. A lot of people believed in me, but the ones who supported me, those are the ones I want to keep close to me. With that being said, whatever your struggle is, man, hold on to some hope, man. Shout out.